Okay.
I'm Sally,
I'm Sam.
and we're the founders of Wolf Escape Games. Interesting question. They are based on true things, I'd say, rather than true stories.
There's a minimum level of realism that Sally will accept.
You know, there might be some liberties taken with reality, but we like to keep it kind of as realistic as possible, so you feel really immersed in the game and nothing feels out of place.
If you can't tell, that's what we're going for.
There is not a place called Hallowshill, only in our minds. I do believe in ghosts, but I've never seen one.
Two of the most reliable people in my life have, and told me very convincing stories, so I am convinced.
I think that there is so much that we don't know, and there is something else going on out there.
And I am just waiting for my visit.
I think definitely films would be the starting point for all of our inspiration, because we both really love films, all kinds of films, terrible films, good films.
I really love exhibitions because I love how they bring lots of different kinds of media together into telling a story in an immersive way, which obviously is very linked to what we do.
And also history, like we both really love history.
My most creative moments are like when my mind is as blank as possible. And so being away from my phone, away from the computer, away from the television, away from books, does that and leaves space for new ideas.
When we're trying to work through an idea or develop a story or think of puzzles, we tend to go for a walk, and preferably in the woods.
Finishing it.
There are so many challenges. The biggest challenge was probably just not having enough of us. If we'd have been able to clone us, that would have been really helpful. It's just the two of us. For now, it's just the two of us. Hopefully, very soon there will be more, because otherwise we might collapse.
Sally and I both wear a lot of hats in Wolf.
I am the creative director, so I will kind of guide how things need to look, how they need to sound, how they need to feel. I'm like the vibe checker.
I do a lot of the things that no one ever notices, like making sure the game saves itself and that when you press a button it takes you back to the right place.
We do a lot of things together, like the writing, storytelling, and then specifically I will do a lot of the visual static parts.
I am also the one responsible for the 3D animations and the 3D modelling and that kind of side of things.
And I do all the music.
Sally refuses to code, so I do it.
It's all about communication and trust, actually.
I think you have to be strong in different areas but overlap in lots of areas.
It does take work, but I think we're really good at it now.
You have to keep the energy high. You have to know how to bring the best out of the other person when maybe they're not feeling their best, and vice versa, because it's a long journey.
So the next game is a detective story set in Miami.
It's a classic like 80s cop show. There's double crossing, there's villains.
You are detectives and you're solving a crime that has many twists.
There's a boat, there's a plane, there's a police chief.
I think it'll have less maths.
It's got all of the ingredients of a classic 80s movie.
Oh my god, how that is impossible.
Empire Strikes Back,
E.T.,
Raiders of the Lost Ark,
The Goonies,
Terminator,
Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Top Gun, of course, Top Gun.
Maybe Back to the Future is my favourite. When I was 7, I got a skateboard and I was obsessed with trying to hang on to the back of cars. It was very dangerous.
Half and half.
Sweet. Why would you have salty? Makes no sense. Oh, he's so annoying.
Fonts.
He can often underestimate how long things will take. That's probably the most annoying thing.
I don't think I've ever made a thing with a font that Sally has not corrected. It's not like Comic Sans. I think they look good. The thing I would say is that she's always right. It always looks better. But yeah, font police.
Sam and I really bring out each other's inner child. So we just spend a lot of time basically being about 8 years old together and thinking of things like that. It's Sam is like the friend that I had when I was 7. He's my best buddy.
The best part about working with Sally is it just doesn't feel like work. It's not like going to work. I forget. It's just hanging out with your mate.
That's the big question. It won't be long.
When will the next game be released?
We're not going to give you exact dates, but we have one penciled in, and let's just say that it will be very soon after Halloween.
It's been hard getting to here, genuinely hard. It's taken longer than I think both of us anticipated it would, but we get such lovely reviews, and even just putting this question out to you guys and hearing so many questions come back, stories about how people played the game, not just saying that was fun, but telling us how much fun they had, stories of parents playing with their children and engaging with them, teams of 8-year-olds to 80-year-olds playing the game, people playing all around the world. Just hearing those stories and knowing that people have been able to have a brilliant time with each other because of this game that we made is really humbling, and it makes me really proud.
We're super excited, I think both of us, about the future. All we want to do is make more games. So everything that we're doing now is to try and make that happen quicker, because it's not quick enough for us right now. And yeah, we can't wait to make more. We're just looking forward to the next one now.